are under huge amounts of pressure.
Yeah.
You can't take a break. I can't tell if that's rain on the windscreen.
I've been looking as close as I can. Is it rain or is it the back end of a bug? I'm just not sure. But
yeah.
we shall keep our eyes on it.
Maybe we should stop talking about rain.
No chance. Never going to happen. Currently sitting on board. We've got this great shot of on board with Max Verstappen on the world feed as well. You also have another on board with Jens Klingmann in the M3 Touring 24-hour. That's a different form of race out there.
But yeah, the M3 Touring is a massive fan favourite. Apparently it was just an April Fool's joke by BMW.
Yeah.
But the fans demanded it become a reality. And yeah, really cool concept. There's not many estate cars you see, competing.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially an M4 GT3 underneath, isn't it? But it's got this M3 Touring body on the top of it. And,
yeah.
I love the fact that it's this April Fool's joke.
But you look, it's relatively competitive.
Yeah.
I
suppose it should be.
You've got
underneath
the virtual leader ahead of us, and Jesse Krohn in the Merc, who's probably, well, he's ahead of the Porsche, which is interesting. Jesse's partnered, oh wow, just on the world feed we have.
You can see at the bottom right hand side of the picture as well, we have it here. I mean, you can see that's a big impact with the barrier, and just trying to see where
looks like Sweden crowds.
Yeah.
Super fast left-hander.
Picking your way through that with all that bodywork, that's going to be nervy for your tyres as well, isn't it too? You want to find a clean line through here, and that could have a massive knock-on effect if you catch any sharp edge. Oof, this is...
Yeah, you've got to be very careful here not to slice the tyre. But
which line are you taking?
Hoping the driver gets out in a minute and we can make sure he's all good. But there'll be a code 60 in place at the moment. So that's
the first time we've actually referenced the code 60. So just give us an idea of what a code 60 is, really.
Yeah, so it's rather than using a safety car period, we have localized code 60. So basically it means maximum speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Yeah, there we are, Sweden crowds. And so it will be phased from yellow flag into 120k zone, which is double yellow flag, and into the code 60. And we must remain at 60 kilometers per hour until you see the green flag ahead at the next marshal post, and then you can return to full race speed. And this keeps everyone safe, from the guys in the race cars to the marshals. Oh, we have an issue with a tyre there on the Audi.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
That's the
so
shot, just so you can see it in the bottom right side of your picture just then. I mean, that was a big impact.
Very, very unlucky.
Wow.
So
actually, look at that Lamborghini came through afterwards and they picked up a whole load of mess, didn't it? That's actually was that the 84? Which was that came through? I'm just having a quick look at the moment, because I got a feeling it was the 84 Lamborghini, the Red Bull team app, that then went straight through the debris.
Yeah, it might well have been. And
was the first car after? I think it was. You
know what? Just from the race point of view, I guess that means he hasn't been held up by the code 60. I think all of the kind of front-running SP9 cars were ahead at the time of that part of the circuit. But here we are, back with Max behind the M3 Touring. And you know what? Is he going to make it difficult? Yeah, he's not going to make it easy for Max. That's interesting. There we are. But he's made it through. But it depends how much oomph the BMW has down the big straight here.
Just trying to check on this one if it was the 84 Red Bull Lambo that went through, and I think it was the Team App Lamborghini that went through. And if it was, well, it'd be interesting to hear the thoughts, because they've had a bit of a torrid time, haven't they, in 84, if they had any issue. Let's have a look at the timing screens, because if we can see the 84, It is.
Oh wow,
excellent.
Excellent,
Luca
yeah.
is in the car at the moment. I'm looking at pace through sectors at the moment, and if you're wondering what the cog noise, the whirring noise is, that's me thinking. I don't think there's a drop in pace. There doesn't seem to be a noticeable drop in the pace. So from that, we determined there's no damage on the 84. But if that is the case, they got away with it there because they went straight through the debris.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen is now up to P6.
And you know what? Pace is really, really close at the front.
Yeah.
We've got fastest previous lap, just the last lap was a 8:12 from car 45, the Ferrari 296 GT3.
Yeah.
You know, Max and the 911 Porsche of Prining also in that window of an 8:13. So yeah, pace is kind of picking up at the moment, and yeah, really competitive and close. Tenths of a second between them.
Yeah, very, 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 very tight. I wonder if there's a traffic, and that's the thing, you don't know with such an expansive track whether it's a traffic issue that slowed a car down, whether it is just one person in a window and just finding a way through.
Yeah,
What's caused a slight delay, but
could be a. Yeah, it's hard to tell at the moment. We're just tucked up behind Jesse Krohn, the fast Finn. You know, previously a factory BMW driver, last year's winner in the Rover BMW, and now behind the wheel of a Mercedes AMG. So, yep, doing a mega job. And here we go down through Hoacht. We saw Maro Engel run wide here and damage his left rear in yesterday's qualifying practice. And now we're just going right, left, right, left. You've got to get the timing right as you switch and change direction. There's kind of cambers are fighting against each other between each direction change. And here we are. Ooh, a little bit of traffic there for Jesse, and probably lost maybe a little bit of time there. Max doesn't seem to be lifting out.
Doesn't, does he?
Up over the brow of the hill. Oh wow. You know what, he made the right call there. It's a super quick section and Jesse wasn't giving an inch. Okay, so we're coming into the Swedenkrauts section where the incident with the Audi. So now you can hear the cars are slowing right down.
Yeah, right, dropping down.
It sounds like we're more like 120 at the moment, and there we go, 60. You can see that on the light board. But look how close it is. We've got the Porsche of Prining and the Max just a couple of places behind.
And there's zero tolerance in this, by the way. It's a code 60. They do, that's it. You do anything, you go any kilometre per hour above this, the book is thrown at you. It's quite rightly regarded as so key that everyone neutralises that part of the race, and off they go again. So it's like a restart for Max, and he's got straight on it again. Bit of a breather for him. Yeah,
and the tricky bit is that some of the lower classes, the more hobbyist teams, they won't have a speed limiter, so they have to do it by the right foot, and that's where you can kind of either end up going a little bit too slow and holding up some of these bigger teams, or potentially going a bit too fast and picking up a penalty. So, you know, it's a really good system they have, and it's all tracked by GPS. Look at this. Wow, once again, lights are being flashed.
And that Mercedes ahead is moving all over the place, isn't it, really? And not an attempt to break the toe or anything like this, but it's constant.
And you know what? Yeah, and it's real racing. You know, yeah. Jesse's in a family car, part of the same family, the Mercedes AMG, and clearly no orders here to help Max. This is proper racing. He's not going to let him by without a fight.
Won here, in fact, last year, Rover Racing.
Yeah, he did. He did in the BMW and the which has obviously got the #1 plate on it this year. But obviously Jesse's moved across to race the Mercedes. Oh, there was a light board. I'm not sure whether that was to do with the slower car potentially that we just passed. So
let's give a quick run.
There we are, slower car ahead.
Yeah, yep. There you go.
Course
run
vehicle.
down. There's the course vehicle just there. That's that's normal for around here, obviously. But
yes.
And then immediately pops out and has to deal with a slower running car from a different class too. And we're getting to a bit of traffic once again for these guys, and this could play into Max's hands. It could go against him as we keep our eyes on board. He moves it out to the right hand side, just slightly different line. In fact, it looks like he's going to get it done on the outside. Has he got? He's always gone offline as well. Keeps it together. Oh, he's got it done, and that was remarkable driving there from Max Verstappen. I don't know how he did that, Rory, because from the onboard, it looked like he was running wide, tiptoeing out there beyond that white line and getting onto the grass, but managing to keep his foot in, buried on the outside, and that was absolutely astonishing.
Yeah, and he could not have done that without the respect of Jesse.
No,
you know, that
absolutely.
is two drivers who are on the limit, but giving an inch. You know, Max was another couple of centimeters to the right. I think it could have been a different story. But again, he's got clear air ahead of him now. He can push on, and he's immediately gapped Jesse. Yeah, it just shows the pace that he's got. So look here, he's in the side draft at the moment. It's just enough to get alongside. And as we come up here, the road tightens slightly.
Look at that. He's way out over, isn't he?
But he didn't lift.
No,
he just kept it pinned.
Wow, and that's belief, isn't it? That's belief that you've got the traction. It's not going to cause you too many issues, and we go back.